Alright there, hello everybody, it's me, Hanko Chow, and I just got top 8 at a regional today with Monarchs with Extradeck. But then again, I was playing with a little bit of a different build rather than playing Brilliant Fusion because Brilliant Fusion was really iffy to me since it was a very high risk, high reward kind of a deck because of how it, like when you get it off, it's amazing, but if you don't get it off, it's you'll draw puzzle pieces of the combo and then you'll be like, why are these cards in my hand when they're supposed to be in the deck, not being drawn, right? So here, I'm going to put this right over here, and I'm just going to go to the deck profile. So, we're going to start with the really standard stuff. I don't really want to explain too much of it. This is really standard because of how these are the most important monarchs you want to play. Kiraz is only there just to finish off with Aether so you get the draws that you want, and not only that, but even as it's even as a standalone card, you can still draw like what you need from summoning it. So it's still a pretty good card. So that's really standard. My favorite is probably Erebus. Erebus is like the most, like, I don't know, getting rid of your opponent's card and still getting advantage and then still making your own, like, creating your own momentum is really strong in this game. So yeah, that's that. And we got 2 reds, 1 blue, and the 2 E-Telly. This is the Super Quantum engine that I play. And it's really, I think the ratios are really fine. The only weakness of playing only 2 is if you get bottomless, then the loop kind of stops. But it didn't really happen today. But yeah, like it's just how blue can go back to the deck and whatnot. You can E-Telly it back, or even if red goes and summon, you can add this back and then E-Telly from your hand. So there's some. It's just really consistent as a combo. The only thing you don't want to draw is blue, but even if you draw blue, you can, as long as you have the E-Telly, you can summon it from your hand as a free summon. So it's good. I played 1 Edea, 1 Eidos, and 1 Mithra because I didn't want any sort of clogginess with the engine because Edea is just too good to not play. You summon it and you get, like, the whole engine runs and you get recycling and whatnot. So it's so good that you can't just not run it, but at the same time, if you run too many cards of it, then you get clogginess. So I chose to only play 1 of each so I don't get cloggy, and it worked out really fine. So after that, I wanted to play another tribute fodder engine while at the same time having, it's like this engine of a 2-to-1, like it's so good because even if I draw 2, then summon special, make like I can either exceed or I can have like tribute fodder or whatever. And even if if like a standalone card, it's still like a cyber dragon that I can special summon before I do other plays. So it's this 2-1 is a perfect ratio for this. But the options of Speedward Terratop is just so good because either can be a 2 tribute summon for a tribute fodder, or it could be an exceed play like a blue guy, so you can pop spell and traps or break sword, or just if you want to go for sackiness, you go for Dante and you mill. Hopefully you get an Erebus, so that kind of solves brickiness. So yeah, that was really helpful the whole day. Overall, I like this engine. The Super Quantum engine really helps with consistency, especially if you play triple return, which I do. So yeah, let's just go into the spells, like the other spells. Like E-Telly I count as a monster, so that's why it's in here. 3 Stormforce because it's the most broken card in the game. 3 Pantheism because it's the most broken card in the deck. This is a good card in the deck. This card gets monsters. This card helps you to, like, you only need to play 1 because you're not playing the Floodgate version, you're playing combo, so you want this as a combo piece to, like, help you tribute fodder. And then 1 Frost Blast because it puts a good amount of pressure to your opponent, making them having 1 back row being, like, denied. And then we got 1 Foolish to get the EDF faster to recycle stuff. And not only that, but if you have the blue, you can Foolish the red to get blue out, or even it also helps getting a Rebus into the grave so you can unbrick yourself. And the 1 Upstart. And I'm playing 41 with Upstart. And the reason was behind this is because how Upstart is still an amazing side out option because of how there's so many combo pieces in this deck that you can't actually, you have trouble siding in and out. So having like with a 1 Upstart, it doesn't really hurt the consistency of the deck. It's like, why not you play it and then you can side it out or whatever. So it was fine. So traps, we play triple Prime Monarch because it is really good. You have to send it every time. And the first 2 is for the exceed play. The third one is hopefully either going to be banished for the another prime, so you can add it back a VDA or whatever and start recycling. But recycling is really important in certain games, like even especially in a mirror match when things get long and whatever, or like when you were dying anyways and you were getting a lot of stuff into the grave, then you get free cards out of it. So prime as a card on the board is really helpful. Yeah, and then after that we got my favorite card of the day, Triple Escalation. The reason why I wanted to play 3, well actually if you just look at my older deck profile for Sneak Peek event, I was only playing 2, but I really had a wishful thinking of playing 3 Escalation because how after you do return with any of the like the two big monarchs like Aether or even Erebus, let's say you Erebus, so return will get you Aether, then Erebus will obviously send the Panthesium, and you can Panthesium to Escalation. And then if you tribute on your opponent's turn with Aether, then return will get you an Erebus, and then you can Escalation Erebus on your opponent's turn. And this combo with Escalation Erebus and even Stormforce is just really, really strong. And like this is the best disruption like ever. The disruption is so strong that you also get cards out of it, like to make your rank 5 play for the next turn. Yeah, so it's just too good to not play as a 3 of. Alright, and not only that, but it also helps kind of unbrick, because if you red layer for the return, then you can get the escalation and just play on their turn to get your momentum going. So yeah, that's the main deck. We got the Extradeck. Rank 3s I played this guy, which is really good, Dante and Breaksword. The reason I love this guy is because of the Terror Top combo that I do with it. I would have Terror Top, Takenborg, E-Telly, and the red layer, basically. So I would summon Terror Top, and then get Takenborg, special summon Takenborg. I would E-Telly for the blue, so you could get red. And you probably, at this point, I probably want to set up return, so I would sacrifice, or so I would overlay these two into blue, and then sacrifice the Takenborg for the red, so that way you can get the return off and then get your engine going. But it's just that when you make the Grand Pulse with the blue layer, it's a MST on either player's turn, and I really like that for more pressure and whatnot. But yeah, this card was really good the whole day. It was better than Breaksword. But well, what else was happening? It's just like, I wanted to play Breaksword because then, like, if I wanted to pop Panthesium, then you get to unbreak yourself, kinda. And Dante was just if I needed to do it in emergency, I would mill and hopefully get an Erebus or Pantheism or Prime. So Shark Fortress steals games. Durandal, I only played him once today. Gaia Charger is really good because you play the Magnaliner, Volcasaurus, Pallades, but I actually didn't really make Magnaliner too much today, so that's kind of sad. I played a 1 Satellar Constellar Diamond because I side deck Exceed Universe. Chimera Tech is in here because I side Cyber Dragon. And we got the Gimmick Puppet and the Hope Harbinger, which then includes the 84 Pain Gainer and 77. Which I never made these two. I did make Giant Grinder, but I didn't make Hope. So whatever. Let's see here. Side deck was what I changed a lot from my older build. So what was it? The stuff that I kept the same was this. Oh shoot! There we go. I still kept in the Warning. I still kept in 2 Exceed Universes. 3 was too much because I never really side into 3 anyway, because I still wanted more Spell and Trap Destruction to stop Fog Blaze or whatever. So I wanted to only play 2 Exceed Universe. And then after that we have triple Mask Restrict instead of the 2 Deflectors and Chaos Trap for the Mirror, because the Mirror was just getting way too long and this card just auto wins the Mirror anyway. So I'd rather just auto win the Mirror than play the long boring game. And then after that, I was thinking about how do you side deck against Cosmos, and it's like Cosmo, if they're playing the Fire King build, then a Maxi would be really good. And if they're playing Dark Planet, which Dark Planet is actually really good against Monarchs because it stops Stormforce, and the only out to it like in the main deck is Erebus. So having Cyber Dragon not only is a combo piece, but it's also an out to spaceships like Dark Planet. So that's really good. Other than that, I think the deck did pretty well today. Got 3rd place with it. The guy that got 2nd was the guy that I lost to, and he was playing Cosmo. 1st place was also playing Cosmo, and he was he was X-1. So yeah, and I was X-1. So it was a good day. I like the ratios with the Twin Twister, MST, and the Galaxy Cyclone, because I never really like having multiple Twin Twister because of how it loses you lose a combo piece to play it, while MST is still just a good card. And then Galaxy Cyclone is like one rock, two birds always. You would snipe a card and you always have guarantee out to like a Master Restrict or a Kaiser Coliseum or something. So it's really good. I like it. I think that's it. Yeah. Shoutouts to my friends who playtest with me. Shoutouts to OMG Games because they're pretty cool. What's it called? Yeah, there we go. Woo! OMG Games. Woo. This is my locals from Barrie, and nobody really comes up here because this is an MTG store, and I'm gonna try and make it into like a OTS store eventually, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, I had a really good day, I think. I don't know what I'm gonna play next time. I think I'm gonna play like Raid Raptors or something, or Burning Abyss with pre-prep actually. Because the Malakota is pretty good. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully, basically other people are gonna upload this deck list too, but I just like to have one on my own video YouTube channel, just so that way people know that it was on this channel first. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, have fun.